Ladies and gentlemen, 1st Battalion, 108th Aviation Regiment. Please be seated. Kansas, the Honorable Jeff Boyer. Commander, Kansas National Guard, Major General Lee Fafinelli. Commander, Kansas Army National Guard, Brigadier General Barry Peck. The Command Sergeant Major of the Kansas Army National Guard, Command Sergeant Major James Overley. State Command Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Hector Vasquez. The Executive Officer, 1st Battalion, 108th Aviation, Major Matthew Jordan. Chaplain Jenkins. Please join us. Please join us in also recognizing and thanking the families of these soldiers for their sacrifice and support. They have been the critical link between our deployed soldiers and the home front throughout the mission. We should also express thanks to the members of the American Legion for their involvement and support of this event. Please rise for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem. As a reminder, please be seated. 1st Battalion, 108th Aviation Regiment, Major Matthew Jordan.
Good morning. Lieutenant Governor Boyer, Major General Fafinelli, Brigadier General Peck, distinguished guests, and families of the 1st Battalion, 108th Aviation Regiment. On behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Ledger, I want to thank everyone for attending this morning. To our soldiers, I'd like to thank you for your hard work and dedication to the mission, the battalion, and to the nation. Despite the ever-changing environment throughout this deployment, you adapted, you overcame, and you executed your duties meritoriously. To our families, I would like to thank you for your sacrifice and commitment to the nation. I know this deployment weighed on your minds, and especially your hearts, long before we departed from Fort Hood. Your steadfast dedication enabled your soldiers to accomplish their mission, and they are proud of you as you are of them. Again, thank you very much for all your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Commander of the Kansas National Guard, Major General Lee Fafinelli.
Well, good morning. We can do a better job than that. There we go. Well, I too want to welcome everybody here and thank you for taking the time to come out as we welcome home the first chalk of the 1st and 108th Aviation Battalion. I had the distinct privilege here about a month ago to see the hard work and dedication that they were doing in Kuwait when I was on a recent trip there. And I can tell you that they look a lot better today than when I saw them in the sands of Kuwait. And to our soldiers, I want to say thank you for a job well done. We're very proud of what you've accomplished, and we're certainly glad to have you back. To our families, we want to thank you as well for your sacrifice, for your service. It's been a long year during the deployment. I will tell you that through reintegration, there'll be some challenges, but we have a lot of services that are available should you need to use those services. So on behalf of everyone in the state of Kansas, we say thank you to the family for their service and their sacrifice, and for allowing their service member to serve in the Kansas National Guard. Now, Major Jordan mentioned a little bit about what that unit, one way it's done, and I would encourage each and every one of you to really get into some of the details of what they did. I could sit here and tell you that they flew over 6,000 flight hours and the thousands of gallons of fuel that they were able to distribute, the different aircraft that they had a chance to work on, or the fact that they fell in on some really poor equipment. They had to acquire some stuff that they probably did through non-conventional means, but they got the job done. They had a high operational readiness rate, and again, we couldn't be more proud of what they've accomplished this last year. And on a great day in Kansas, we welcome them home. Thank you for a job well done. And now it's indeed my pleasure and privilege to introduce the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Kansas, Lieutenant Governor Jeff Collier.
Is it a great day in Kansas? And it will be an even greater day in about 5 minutes, everyone. Governor Brownback was very honored to be around in Kansas and to be a part of this group. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but I can tell you over the last year, as these gentlemen and women have been deployed, that Governor Brownback and I frequently talked about them. Governor Brownback prayed for them, and I know all of you have prayed for them as well. It is a joyous day, and that is because these women and men have done such a fantastic job serving the United States of America. One of the things that they got to do was be in a cooler place than we were this summer. They also did a couple things that they don't normally see in Kansas. And that is, when you are landing your helicopter, it's pretty easy on flat ground, but if the ship is moving as you are bobbing up and down in the ocean, it's a bit more of a challenge, isn't it? So they've accomplished much for the state of Kansas and for the United States of America. Men and women, we want to thank you personally, and we also want to let you know that your families have been very excited and have been very concerned about you over this past year. We hope that all of the other Kansans have contributed to them as they worried about you. And I know that all Kansans have prayed for your families, have worked with your families, and we are so proud of what your families contribute to the great state of Kansas. And I'd like to give a great big hand of applause to the families. Thank you on behalf of Governor Brownback, thank you on behalf of myself, and most importantly, thank you from the people of the great state of Kansas for a job well done.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And may God bless your reunion with those you love. Welcome home. Amen.
And now for that time that you've all waited a year for. But before I do that, everybody who has a sign, these are some really neat signs. Please hold them up. All right, first sergeant speaks. Please take charge of your unit and dismiss them.